And away they go. Out in the middle of the course goes Illusionary to the lead under Cyril Murphy. It's Illusionary with Easy Escapade racing in second place, Hip Hop right alongside. At the first of 13 fences, Illusionary jumps with a couple length advantage over Easy Escapade, with Hip Hop racing in third place as they head quickly towards the second fence. Illusionary on top, Easy Escapade jumps in second place, Hip Hop is followed by Dig This Hoss, Studio Time, and Lone Arrow completes the field. They head quickly towards the third fence. Illusionary and Cyril Murphy still showing the way. Easy Escapade races closest to him. As they head towards the fourth fence, Illusionary sets the pace on the inside. Easy Escapade and Jeff Murphy on the outside in second place. Dig This Hoss on the inside of Hip Hop. Those two dueling for third, with Studio Time in fifth and Lone Arrow completing the field. First of 2 times to go around. They race now towards the fifth fence. Illusionary on top. Easy Escapade races closest to him in second place. Hip Hop on the outside in third, followed by Dig This Hoss, Studio Time, and the leader is at and over the next fence. Illusionary holding on to a slight advantage. Easy Escapade racing right alongside as they head towards the seventh fence. Easy Escapade now with a slight advantage. Easy Escapade on top. Illusionary races in second place, followed by Hip Hop. At the fence, Easy Escapade just has a coming and jumping on the front end with about a 5-length advantage. They race into the turn. Easy Escapade has the lead. Hip Hop with Illusionary close up in third place. Studio Time and Jody Petty on the outside in fourth, followed by Dig This Hoss, and Lone Arrow completes the field. This is their final time to go around. Easy Escapade is now drawn away to about a 5 or 6 length advantage as they straighten away down the backside. Hip Hop and Michael Troig racing closest to him in second place. Studio Time is taking over third, and Lone Arrow moves closer with Illusionary and Dig This Hoss. The leader's Easy Escapade, and he still holds on to about a 5-length advantage over Hip Hop. Studio Time racing in third place. Lone Arrow with Illusionary alongside, and Dig This Hoss as they're over the next fence. Easy Escapade still holding on to at least a 6-length advantage over Hip Hop, with Studio Time making up ground and joining Hip Hop, but they both got to hurry if they're going to catch Easy Escapade, who still holds on to about a 5-length advantage. Only 3 more fences remain. Easy Escapade going well on the front end. Studio Time racing in second place with Hip Hop there also. Dig This Hoss from the outside. Hip Hop dropping back with Illusionary completing the field as they race into and around the turn. Easy Escapade now holding on to about a 3.5 length advantage over Studio Time. Dig This Hoss and Robbie Walsh have taken over third place with Lone Arrow and Zach Miller right alongside. They turn for home. They've got less than a quarter of a mile to go. Easy Escapade and Jeff Murphy with the lead. Studio Time on the outside races in second place and is making up ground on the lead. Dig This Hoss racing in third. At the final fence, Easy Escapade drops back in second place now as Studio Time goes to lead. Jody Petty and Studio Time now drawing away as they approach the wire. It's going to be all Studio Time to win by about 3.5 lengths.
Representing Augustin Stables and Jody Petty, the rider. Our winning owners will receive a bold wood photo presentation box, and the winning riders are given a Barber Liddesdale vest with
And they're all in line. And away they go. Pinky Pizwanski with Irish Laddie now moving up in the middle of the course. Pinky Pizwanski with the lead, followed by Irish Laddie. Thermostat on the inside with Desert Swing racing now in third place and moving closer to the leader. Pinky Pizwanski gallops towards the second fence with the lead. Now giving it up to Desert Swing and Cyril Murphy. Desert Swing jumps with the lead. Pinky Pizwanski races in second place. Irish Laddie on the outside in third with Thermostat right alongside. French Schemer, Speed of Light, and Lightning Paces completes the field. Desert Swing on top by a little bit more than a length. Pinky Pizwanski and Xavier Ace Peru racing in second place, followed by Irish Laddie, Thermostat, Speed of Light, French Schemer, and Lightning Paces as they clear the fourth fence. Desert Swing widening that advantage to a couple of lengths. Pinky Pizwanski races in second place under Xavier Ace Peru. Irish Laddie going well in third. With Thermostat, Speed of Light on the outside in fifth place. French Schemer. And completing the field is Lightning Paces as they race towards the fifth fence. Desert Swing with the lead under Cyril Murphy. At the fence, Desert Swing on top, Pinky Pizwanski. Speed of Light has now moved closer to the leaders, racing in third place with Irish Laddie on the inside. At the fence, Desert Swing still on top. Pinky Pizwanski races in second place, Speed of Light in third as they head quickly towards the seventh fence. Desert Swing running and jumping on the front end with about a length and a half advantage over Pinky Pizwanski. Speed of Light on the outside under Rob Massey in third. Irish Laddie going evenly under Zach Miller in fourth place. Thermostat on the outside, French Schemer moving to the inside, and Lightning Paces continues to complete the field as they race around the turn and head towards the eighth fence. Desert Swing on top by less than a length. Pinky Pizwanski coming back again on the outside to take the lead. As they straighten away down the backside, Pinky Pizwanski will open up about a 2-length advantage over Desert Swing. As they head towards the next fence, Pinky Pizwanski on top. Speed of Light now races in second place over the eighth. Pinky Pizwanski, Speed of Light. Thermostat now moving up to take over second place under Jody Petty as they head towards the ninth fence. Pinky Pizwanski, Desert Swing coming back again on the inside. Thermostat races in third place. Speed of Light, Irish Laddie, French Schemer. Now only 3 more fences remain. Desert Swing going well on the inside under the Cyril Murphy. Pinky Pizwanski races in second place. Irish Laddie on the inside vying for third with Thermostat right alongside and Speed of Light there also. The first 5 are tightly bunched as they race into and around the turn. Desert Swing and Cyril Murphy now opening up by about 2.5 lengths. Thermostat races in second place under Jody Petty as they turn for home and only have 2 more fences to go. Desert Swing is the one to catch. Thermostat races closest to him in second. At the second last, Desert Swing on top. Thermostat in the middle of the course racing in second place. Speed of Light on the outside in Irish Laddie as they race towards the last. Desert Swing and Cyril Murphy are over with a safe lead. That was Speed of Light falling at the fence, as did Pinky Pizwanski. Heading into the stretch and across the finish line, Desert Swing to win by at least 5 or 6 lengths. Is now official. The running time was 3 minutes 43 and 1/5 seconds. The winner, number 5, Desert Swing, belongs to the Field stable, was trained by Thomas H. Voss, and ridden the victory by Cyril Murphy.
And
Second
I'm
was
delighted
number
to welcome
4.
not only Mr. Sorry.
They're all in line, and they're off and running. Analyze on the outside goes to the lead. Class Vigor moving alongside, racing in second place, followed by Amazing Truth and Gracious Goodness, Salem Jewel, Lizzie Lane, and Miss Golden Girl. As they clear the first fence and gallop towards the second, Danielle Hudson has opened up about a 4-length advantage with Analyze. At the second fence, Analyze on top. Class Vigor races in second place. Amazing Truth jumping in third, followed by Salem Jewel, Gracious Goodness, Lizzie Lane, and Miss Golden Girl, the trailer. Heading now towards the third of 13 fences. Analyze is there with the lead. Class Vigor and Remy Weinert racing in second place and moving closer to the leader. Amazing Truth on the inside in third. As they head towards and over the fourth fence, Analyze continues to set the place. Class Vigor races close to him in second place. Amazing Truth on the inside, followed by Salem Jewel, Gracious Goodness. Lizzie Lane and Miss Golden Girl has now moved closer to the field. When they straighten away in the stretch, they'll be heading towards the fifth of 13 fences. Class Vigor has moved up on the outside. The challenge Analyze for the lead. Amazing Truth races in third. Remy Winans and Class Vigor now setting the pace. Analyze races in second place. Amazing Truth on the inside in third, with Salem Jewel racing in fourth, and Gracious Goodness is there also as they head towards the seventh fence. Class Vigor still with the lead. Analyze racing in second place. Amazing Truth in third, with Salem Jewel in fourth. At the fence, Class Vigor on top by about 2 lengths. Class Vigor leads into the turn. Analyze and Danielle Hudson racing in second place. Amazing Truth with Xavier A's Peru up, saving ground throughout on the inside in third. On the extreme outside, Salem Jewel races in fourth. Miss Golden Girl has moved into fifth, with Lizzie Lane and Gracious Goodness about 8 lengths front to back as they head towards the backside of the course. Class Vigor on top. Analyze is about 2.5 lengths back in second place. Amazing Truth on the inside of Salem Jewel, Lizzie Lane, Miss Golden Girl, and Gracious Goodness as they head towards and over the 8th fence. Class Vigor holding on to about a 2.5 length advantage. Analyze racing in second place. Amazing Truth on the inside in third, with Salem Jewel right alongside. Class Vigor is the one to catch and has widened that advantage to about 3 to 3.5 lengths as they head towards the next fence. Remy Weinitz and Class Vigor on top. Analyze and Danielle Hodgson moving a bit closer as they race towards the third fence from home. Class Vigor with the lead. Analyze jumping in second place. Amazing Truth in third. Miss Golden Girl moving up to join those as they race into the turn. Class Vigor still holding on to about a 2.5 length advantage. Analyze racing in second place. Miss Golden Girl has rallied under Robert Bennett to take over third, with Amazing Truth racing in fourth. Salem Jewel in fifth. Class Vigor leading towards the second last, with Analyze on the inside going down at the fence. Class Vigor with the lead. Amazing Truth now racing in second place, with Miss Golden Girl there also. Class Vigor on top as they race into the final furlong. Remy Weinitz and Class Vigor with the lead. Heading towards the wire, in hand and in command. It's Class Vigor and Remy Weinitz to win by about 3.5 lengths. Amazing Truth and Miss Golden Girl with Lizzie Lane.
Remy Winans joining us right now, and Remy aboard Class Vigor, and you went wire to wire, and that's not something you see too often in steeplechasing.
No, she was a great filly, and we were just going real steady, and she was pulling me to the lead, and I said, okay, if you want to be there, you can go there, and she just kept it right up. I was still holding her coming across the wire. First thought in my mind, I was like, do I still have a turn to go? It's making me a little nervous.
Any thoughts of the competition catching up to you on the turn back there?
Well, I heard him when I was coming down to the first hurdle down the stretch, and mine just jumped the last two so good, I never heard him again.
Well, I don't think they ever saw you again either. You were off to the wire. Very, very good, well done, and not a bad way to kick off the fall season, is it?
Nope, not at all.
Remy Winans, congratulations. Remy Winans aboard Class Vigor. Plenty more to come from Shawan down, including 4 more races.
They're all in line, and away they go. They race now towards the first of 16 fences. Nick Mitchell out in the middle of the course. Move west there also with Mark the Shark as they head towards the first fence. Cyril Murphy and Nick Mitchell with the lead. Potentially jumps in second place. Nick Sprout moving up on the outside, now challenging for third with Move West there also. Mark the Shark tightly bunched as they jump the second fence. Nick Sprout and Robbie Walsh showing the way. Mark the Shark and William Dowling racing in second place. They head towards the third of 16 fences, now dueling on the front end. Nick Sprout with Mark the Shark. Nick Mitchell races in third place, but potentially alongside. Church Ghost and Move West complete the field as they race into around the turn and head towards the fourth fence. Mark the Shark and William Dowling have now opened up a 6 or 7 length advantage over Nick Sprout, and it's a gap of at least 6 more lengths back to Nick Mitchell with Church Ghost on the inside, potentially, and Move West. They straighten away down the backside and race towards the fourth fence. Mark the Shark now on top by 8 or 9 lengths. At the fence, Mark the Shark with a big lead. Jumping in second place, Nick Sprout, followed by Nick Mitchell, Church Ghost, potentially, and Move West. The leader is at the fifth fence. Mark the Shark going well on the front end, holding on to at least a 10-length advantage as he races towards the sixth fence. Mark the Shark all alone on the front end. Nick Sprout jumping in second place. Nick Mitchell jumps in third with potentially on the outside Church Ghost and Move West. The leader races towards the next fence and over that one safely. Mark the Shark all alone on the front end, but a long ways away from home. Nick Sprout jumps in second place with Nick Mitchell close up in third under Cyril Murphy, potentially races in fourth. Church Ghost and Move West. The leader is racing into the stretch. Mark the Shark and William Dowling on top by many. Nick Mitchell is now taking over second place as he heads towards the next fence, racing in second with potentially alongside Nick Sprout on the outside, Move West, and Church Ghost. Mark the Shark continues to impress on the front end, but a long ways away from home. Mark the Shark on top by at least 15 lengths. Nick Mitchell races in second place. At the fence, Nick Mitchell in second with potentially right alongside under Xavier Esperu. Church Ghost with Move West there also, and Nick Sprout. Mark the Shark leads into and around the turn, still holding on to at least a 15-length advantage over Nick Mitchell, who races in second place. Move West is now moved up on the outside of Nick Mitchell, potentially racing in fourth. Church Ghost and Nick Sprout completing the field. As they straighten away down the backside for the final time, Mark the Shark is still the one to catch. Nick Mitchell races closest to him in second place under Cyril Murphy. Move West moving up alongside Nick Mitchell. Mark the Shark on top by at least 8 or 9 lengths. Move West is now taking over second place, and Church Ghost is advancing under Zach Miller to challenge for third. Mark the Shark still with about an 8 or 9 length advantage. Nick Mitchell races in second place. Church Ghost right alongside. Move West potentially, and it looks like Nick Sprout is pulling up. Mark the Shark still leading, but now it's only by about 7 or 8 lengths. Nick Mitchell races in second place. Church Ghost in third. Only 2 more fences remaining for the leader. It's Mark the Shark and William Dowling still holding on to a big lead. Nick Mitchell races in second place, now 7 or 8 lengths off the lead. Church Ghost with Move West coming back again on the outside and potentially there also. They turn for home. Mark the Shark is still the one to catch. Nick Mitchell races closest to him in second place with Move West in third. Church Ghost and potentially at the second last. Mark the Shark on top with 1 more fence to go. It's Mark the Shark. Nick Mitchell making up ground on the outside in second place and Move West in third, but Mark the Shark still has the lead at the last. Nick Mitchell moving up the challenge for the lead. Mark the Shark and Nick Mitchell driving towards the finish line. It's Nick Mitchell on the outside. Mark the Shark racing in second place now. Nick Mitchell to win by about 2 1/4 lengths. Mark the Shark, Move West potentially, and Church Ghost. The winner they go. Malmo goes to lead at once under Jack Fisher with Bound going past, moving up for second place, flat spin in third. Rucker on the outside, buys the Rowe Strata for fourth place. Bubbly Economy, Intense Memory on the inside. Aaron Gofraw with Joe 6 between horses. Cambridge Bay on the extreme outside. And for Bravery completes the field as they're very tightly bunched as they race towards the first turn. Bound going past now leads under Patrick Smithwick. Salmo and Jack Fisher racing in second place. Flat Spin moves up on the outside of third, followed by Bubble Economy, Intense Memory, Russia, Aaron Gofraw, Joe 6 from between horses, with Cambridge Bay and for Bravery completing the field. First of the time to go around, Bound going past with the lead. Salmo races in second place, Flat Spin on the outside of the yellow silk in third. Bubble Economy moves closer to the leaders, racing in fourth place, with Intense Memory there also. One more time to go around, Salmo going past, going well on the front end. Salmo being hard held by Jack Fisher in second place. Bubble Economy is moved into third, followed by Flat Spin, Intense Memory, Rusher, Bow Strata, Aaron Gofraw, Joe 6, Cambridge Bay, and for Bravery completes the field as they race into the turn with one more time to go around. Battling going past has made most of the running on the front end. Patty Young is now moved into second place at Bubble Economy with Salmo right alongside. Flat Spin. Bow Strata now making a bold move up on the outside to take over second as they straighten away down the back side. Battling going cast with the lead. Bow Strata moving up alongside the challenge. Bubble Economy races in third, followed by Flat Spin racing in fourth place. Final time to go around. They're dueling on the front end. Bow Strata on the outside of Battling going cast. Those two have got about a 2.5 and 3 length advantage on Flat Spin, Bubble Economy. Rucker racing in fifth place, followed by Aaron Gofraw, Cambridge Bay, for Bravery. Salmo dropping back with Intense Memory, and Joe at 6. They've got less than a half a mile to go, and they're tightly bunched as they race into the turn. Bow Strata with the lead under Blair Warman. Bubble Economy racing in second place. Flat Spin now making a big move up under James Slater to take over second as they turn for home within striking distance of Bow Strata. Bow Strata, Flat Spin. Bubble Economy on the inside as they race into the final 3/16 of a mile. Flat Spin and James Slater going to the front. Bow Strata racing in second place, followed by Bubble Economy. Flat Spin with the lead as they head towards the wire. Bow Strata is going to have to settle for second. Flat Spin wins by about 3 lengths in hand.
And congratulations go to the connections of Flat Spin, Mason H. Lampton, and the owner, Santa Hendricks, the trainer, and James Slater, the rider, and the winners here in our Mid-Atlantic Farm Credit Amateur Flat Race.
And they're off and running. Riderwood goes to the lead on the inside. Java to go on the extreme outside with Shama Cease there also. But here comes Prince Manila and Tim Madrix up to take the lead. Preemptive Strike races in second place. Nijinsky's Pride with Java to go right alongside. Vente follows in fifth place, moving into fourth. Prince Manila is the leader as they head towards the first turn. Preemptive Strike racing in second place. Vente and Adam Stapley on the outside in third, with Nijinsky's Pride there also. Java to go up on the outside in fifth place. Cherokee Lee. Lord Zada moving up with Chamassis, Riderwood, Northern Thinking, Najum, Lake of Bays, and Sugar Hall completes the field as they got one more time to go around after this. Prince Manila and Tim Madrick setting the pace. Preemptive Strike races in second place. Vente on the inside in third. Prince Manila is the one to catch. Preemptive Strike and Patty Young stalking him from second place. Vente races in third with Java to go, Northern Thinking, Cherokee Lee, Najum Chamassis, Lord Zada, Nijinsky's Pride, Lake of Bays, Riderwood, and Sugar Hall. Prince Manila on top by about a length and a half as they race into the turn. Prince Manila is stalked throughout by Preemptive Strike, and it's a gap of about 5 or 6 lengths back to Vente, with Northern Thinking moving up on the outside. They've got one more time to go around. Prince Manila with the lead. Preemptive Strike now only about a half length off the lead. It's a gap of 4 or 5 more lengths back to Adam Stapley and Vente, with Northern Thinking on the outside. Lord Zada moving up now, taking over fourth and moving towards third. With at least 3/4 of a mile to go, we've got a new leader. Preemptive Strike and Patty Young have taken command, and they've opened up a 2-length lead over Prince Manila. Lord Zada moving up steadily in third place under James Slater. Preemptive Strike with the lead. Prince Manila follows in second place with Lord Zada right alongside. Najum is rallied to take over fourth place with Java to go between horses. They race into the final turn. Preemptive Strike on top. Lord Zada trying to get there from second place. About a length and a half separates them, with Vente going well under Adam Stapley in third, now challenging Lord Zada for second. And Preemptive Strike is starting to draw away a bit from Lord Zada. As they turn for home, 4 lengths separates Preemptive Strike, the leader. Lord Zada on the outside. Vente races in third. Najum is rallying on the inside, but they've got to hurry if they're going to catch Preemptive Strike. Preemptive Strike has the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. Lord Zada races in second place. Vente in third with Najum in fourth. Preemptive Strike leading into the final 1/16 of a mile. Preemptive Strike, the easy winner here by at least 8 or 9 lengths. Lord Zada with Vente racing in third, and Cherokee Lee was fourth.
This is Gail Thayer and Paul Rowland. Gail is the owner of Preemptive Strike, and Paul, the trainer. And Preemptive Strike, a little tune-up today, won it going away, made it look easy.
Yes, he did. He's back from his illness and ready to go for the fall.
And how did the how did you work with him over the summer? I know the illness was quite severe. It was pneumonia, was it not?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so what did you do over the summer with Preemptive Strike?
Basically, with him going home to Gales, and he got plenty of good turn and everything, it really helped him out, plenty of fresh air, and obviously he was on antibiotics, but basically time healed him up. And Gail made a wise decision for us not to try and go into Saratoga and just wait for the fall, and it worked out fantastic, and hopefully this put him right for the Meadowlands, which hopefully put him right for the Breeders' Cup.
And I see that we have a budding young horseman coming in. This is Alec.
He's going to ride him next year.
Alec will ride him next year.
Yeah.
What's the strategy for this coming fall then? You said the Meadowlands,
Yeah,
and
we'll go to the Meadowlands next week, and then that'll be 2 weeks into the Breeders' Cup.
well, Preemptive Strike looked great today, and congratulations. We look to see more of him as the fall unfolds, as our
They're all in line and away they go. Albert's Crossing goes to the lead at once with Chef Bear racing in second place. Hall of Angels on the outside in third with Regal again in fourth as they head towards the first of 17 fences. Albert's Crossing and Jody Petty with about a 4.5 length advantage over Chef Bear, Hall of Angels, and Regal again as they head now towards the second of 17 fences. Albert's Crossing being steadied on the front end by Jody Petty with about a 2-length advantage. Chef Bear jumps in second place. Hall of Angels in third, and Regal again racing in fourth place, but only about 7 lengths off the lead. They head now towards the third fence. Albert's Crossing on top. Chef Bear and Zach Miller jumping in second place. Hall of Angels in third, followed by Regal again. They race now into the turn. Long gallop between fences, the fourth fence coming up of 17. Albert's Crossing, Chef Bear, Hall of Angels, and Regal again. They continue in that order around the turn. Albert's Crossing has made most of the running on the front end. Chef Bear stalking him from second place. Hall of Angels in third under Robbie Walsh. And Patty Young and Regal again complete the field, but only about 4 lengths off the lead. They turn into the stretch and head towards the fourth fence. Albert's Crossing on top at the fourth. Albert's Crossing jumping with the lead. Chef Bear, Hall of Angels, and Regal again as they race now towards the fifth fence. Albert's Crossing has made most of the running on the front end, still continuing to lead. Chef Bear, Hall of Angels, Regal again, still anybody's horse race as they've got a long ways to go. 2 more times to go around the course. They gallop now towards the sixth fence, which will be on the next turn. Albert's Crossing going easily on the front end. Chef Bear, a length and a quarter back in second place. Hall of Angels in third, and Regal again. Albert's Crossing still on top. Chef Bear right behind him in second place. Hall of Angels in third, and Regal again. They race down the hill towards the sixth fence. Albert's Crossing, where he's been throughout, on top now by about a length and 3/4. Chef Bear racing in second place under Zach Miller. Hall of Angels jumping in third place, and Regal again is fourth. Chef Bear moving a bit closer to Albert's Crossing as they straighten way down the backside and head towards the seventh fence. Albert's Crossing with the lead. Chef Bear racing in second place. Hall of Angels close up in third. Regal again racing in fourth place. At the seventh fence, Albert's Crossing on top by about 2.5 lengths. Chef Bear jumps in second place. Albert's Crossing now widens that advantage to about 4 lengths. Chef Bear coming back again between fences on the flat. At the eighth fence, Albert's Crossing running and jumping with the front on the front end with the lead. Chef Bear in second place, Hall of Angels in third, and Regal again and Patty Young completing the field of 4. Another time to go around after this. Albert's Crossing at the fence with the lead. Albert's Crossing is followed by Chef Bear, Hall of Angels, and Regal again as they race into the turn. Again, they've got one more time to go around after this. Albert's Crossing setting the pace throughout. Chef Bear stalking him under Zach Miller in second place, and Hall of Angels right behind those two in third. And it's a gap of about 4 more lengths back to Regal again. Albert's Crossing on top, Chef Bear in second, Hall of Angels in third, followed by Regal again, and they continue in that order throughout. Approaching the next fence, Albert's Crossing and Jody Petty still with the lead. Chef Bear right behind him in second place. Hall of Angels going well in third under Robbie Walsh, and Patty Young and Regal again not out of it in fourth. One more time to go around. Albert's Crossing, Chef Bear. Regal again moves a bit closer to the others in fourth place. Hall of Angels in third. Albert's Crossing continuing to go well on the front end, has about a 2.5 length advantage. Chef Bear races in second place. Hall of Angels in third, followed by Regal again. This is the final time to go around. Albert's Crossing has been on the front end throughout. Chef Bear right behind him every step of the way in second place. Hall of Angels in third, and Regal again racing in fourth place, but only about 7-8 lengths off the lead. Albert's Crossing on top as it clears the next fence with Chef Bear in second place, Hall of Angels in third, Regal again racing in fourth place, dropping a little bit farther off. Albert's Crossing on top by about 2.5 lengths. Chef Bear racing in second place. Hall of Angels still within striking distance in third and moving closer to Chef Bear. 3 lengths separates the first 3, and it's a gap of about 6 or 7 lengths farther back to Regal again. Albert's Crossing continuing to go well on the front end under Jody Petty. Chef Bear jumping well over that one, moves alongside Albert's Crossing, and now they race as a team towards the third fence away from home. Chef Bear with his head out in front, Albert's Crossing jumping in second place, Hall of Angels close up in third, and Regal again. They race into the turn, Albert's Crossing trying to come back again on the outside, but Chef Bear has a slight advantage as they race into and around the turn. Chef Bear with his nose out in front, Albert's Crossing right alongside. Hall of Angels and Robbie Walsh another length and a quarter farther back racing in third, and Regal again in fourth place. They turn for home with only 2 more fences to clear. Albert's Crossing and Chef Bear dueling on the front end with Hall of Angels there also. Hall of Angels now moving up to put his head out in front. Albert's Crossing and Chef Bear with Regal again. Robbie Walsh and Hall of Angels at the last fence with the lead. It's Hall of Angels on top. Albert's Crossing trying to come back again on the outside. Hall of Angels on top as they drive towards the wire. Hall of Angels to win by about 3 lengths. Albert's Crossing, Chef Bear, and Regal again.
Presentation here this afternoon. And ladies and gentlemen, that
A very slow pace to begin with. What is the pace like? A timber race, of course, the pace is always different than that of a regular hurdle race.
It's usually, it was very slow today. It's usually quicker than that, but because there was no obvious front runner, and Jody was forced to go and make the run, or someone had to. I mean, my horse was thinking not showing off, so he couldn't. But today was a little slower than usual. But by the time, of course, we were halfway down the backside, it's a lot quicker than you're going at the finish of a timber race normally. We were going very quick at the end of that. So it all pans out, and it's probably in around the same times anyway. Nice
sprint in the finish, I noticed. Did you look over your shoulder, hear hoof prints, hoof beats?
I knew Jody was there, and I took a small peek to my left because I just wanted to make sure how close he was, because I didn't want to beat up on him, because he's such a lovely horse. I mean, he tries his best without hitting him, so I don't like to get stuck into him if I don't have to. And he was wonderful. The second last, he must have made up for 4 or 5 lengths at the second last alone.
Well, Robbie Walsh, well done. That's a great way to get the fall season off to a start. And right now, Josh Taylor, your owner of Hall of Angels, is coming in, and
my wife Anne-Marie.
Hi, Anne-Marie. And was that you we heard screaming at the end?
That was probably our children. They were very excited. I was on the other end of the race course not watching.
What were you expecting from Hall of Angels coming in?
A lot. He's going really well. Couldn't have been training better. So we knew there was 1 horse to beat. When 3 scratched, it looked good.
Well, Robbie did a great job aboard him, and especially coming down the stretch. He did, that was a nice finish.
Great job, and Paul has trained him very well for the last 2 years, and he's just gotten him in great shape, and we're very pleased with him.
Well, Josh and Anne-Marie Taylor, congratulations. What a great way to finish up the day here
Thank you very
at
much.
Shawan Downs. Well